I think rather early on, I was feeling a call to social justice. It wasn't about me and my career. It was about me going to battle for people whose dignity was being trampled on. And my dignity was being trampled on too, so this is our struggle together. That's where I think women's leadership is really different than men's. Women are much more likely to think about relationships and interconnections and to realize yes, we definitely need to empower this person. We need to let that person be out there in front. And it's okay with me if I take a little backward seat. It's a struggle even within the women's movement to realize, the depths of the change we have to go through to really help women be leaders. That's what I really hope that young leaders will realize, that we do have to be here for the long haul. You have to pick your battles. You have to figure out how am I going to lead? I was born in Decatur, Illinois, and it is a blue-collar town that is predominantly white. I began to realize my own class background. My father was actually a poor tenant farmer in southern Illinois. Reclaiming that class background was really important for me. My dad really benefited from being a soldier in World War II. He was able to use the GI Bill to go to college. The GI Bill was the first affirmative action program that we've had in the United States. He was the first and the only kid in his family to go to college. So then it was the assumption for me, of course you're going to college. I wasn't really thinking about how are you going to support yourself. And my parents never really asked that question. I think my parents thought I would go to college and meet a nice college guy and get married and have kids, and I wasn't ready to have a family. My life was on fire for social justice, just being on fire with learning and just the joy of being young and being at university and, being able to flex your muscles a little bit. When I finally did get a job, it were things I could have done right out of high school without any education. Things like I drove a cab. The plumbers and pipe fitters apprenticeship program was under some pressure from affirmative action that you have to reach out to women and minorities. I thought, wow, what an idea. A 4-year apprenticeship where you get paid. I was the first woman indentured as an apprentice in my local union. I did want to put myself in that position. I wanted to test myself to the very limit. But I have to say, that was a very tough workplace. If I didn't have feminist grit, I don't think I could have stuck it out as long as I did. I learned things that nothing in my life as a girl had prepared me for. My parents were really not behind me in doing it. My mother was like, oh my God, blue collar work. She just thought that the guys would be really not the right kind of people to be hanging around with. And she was right. The very first job that I was on was a radiology center being built at the local hospital. My mother worked at that hospital. One day, when she was working at that hospital and I was working outside, a woman comes in to her department for treatment. And the woman's chatting along and she says, women can do just anything these days. Why? There's even a woman out there working on the hospital right now. And my mom said, yeah, I told her, yeah, she's my daughter. As soon as I was out of my apprenticeship, I wanted to be actively involved in the union. We had our first meeting. The minute I walked in the door, they said, oh good, Cathy's here, she can take the minutes. The president of the union asked me to read those minutes at the next meeting. All holy hell broke loose on the floor of the meeting that night. Guys standing up saying, who in the hell is she to be on the bargaining team? I lost my role as secretary. They weren't ready for women being publicly leading. And I just really began to realize that I'm never going to be able to publicly lead these guys because I am the pioneer. I am the first. I was at a point where, you know, I am so burnt out. Some of my other social justice work was calling me. Right now, I work for the union that represents the faculty and teaching assistants and part-time lecturers, a lot of the academic workers here at Rutgers. This union is very important to undergraduate students here. If the people who teach you don't have basic economic justice, then there's a basic injustice built into your education. It's even more difficult for you to get the kind of education you need to be the leaders of tomorrow. You're the leaders right now, actually. Youthful idealism is awesome. And try your damnedest not to lose it. Because a lot of the stuff that's going to happen to you, whether you want it to or not, whether you're looking for it or not, will hurt. And it might cause you to doubt your worth as a human being. We need the passion, and it's the world that beats it out of us. It's not because you just get old. I am really so happy, actually, that my mother, who's now 84, has become more progressive as she got old. And she attributes that to me. And I think it's that kind of conversations between the generations that is so important. Hang on to that idealism. We need it, because when I'm flagging, maybe you're not, because you've got freshness of seeing things. And we just need to keep being there together for each other. Just keep on keeping on.
Thank you so much.
Michael.